everybody, welcome to another episode of Fireside Chat with the President with me, Jose Segura, your SMEA President. Happy New Year, everybody. Wow, 2021. Can't believe it's already here. That's crazy. We got 2020 in our rear view mirror. Not that 2021 has been a disappointment at all yet, right? It's been crazy itself these first couple of weeks of the year. So hopefully things will calm down and life will get better. So let's get at it. Oh, wait, before we get going, in case you're not aware, while you watch this video on YouTube, somewhere over here in this area, you're going to see a CC button, and that's for the closed caption. YouTube does a really nice job of creating the text for closed caption. And I actually have checked it out a few times, looking at past Fireside Chat videos and then putting the closed caption on. And it does a really great job of converting my spoken word into text along the screen. So if you like to read along while you're watching or while you're listening, then please feel free to turn on the closed caption, the CC button, and you can read along as well. All right, first things first. PD for me is back for 2021. We're going to start off with our exercise classes and our hiking club. Now, exercise classes are usually on Mondays and Wednesdays. And of course, next Monday is Martin Luther King, so there's no school that day. So it will begin on Wednesday of next week, the exercise classes. So if you want to sign up for those classes and get the link to them, go back to the email that this video was attached to, click on the link for the exercise class and sign yourself up. Our next SMEA Hiking Club event will be on January 25th. That's a Monday. Going to continue to be out at the Pismo Preserve, and great hiking area, great views from there, and just a lot of fun. So again, go back to the email that this video was attached to, click on the link, and sign up for the hiking club. And just as a reminder, I'm still looking for someone who may be interested in leading a hiking club here in southern Santa Barbara County. So if you live here in southern Santa Barbara County, Santa Maria, Orchid, or the surrounding areas, and you want to host a hiking club maybe a couple of times a month or every other Monday or every other week, we'd love to have you do it. So please get a hold of me and we can help set that up. Awesome. All right, let's move on. Moving on to surveillance testing. We've already gone through a full cycle of surveillance testing, so everybody in the district has had an opportunity to be tested at least once. We are now on our second cycle, and I know that because I got my second kit. So I got another email from Matt Beecher, very similar to the first email that I received, and I wasn't sure at first what I was supposed to do. But I clicked on it anyway, and what it did was it took me to the MyQuest account, and I simply just confirmed my delivery address and that kind of thing, and then they sent me out a second kit. This kit came to me yesterday, which was Thursday. Today's Friday, so I'm not going to take it today because I can't drop it off at FedEx on the weekends, and so I'm going to wait until Monday. I'll take it Monday and then get it in the mail Monday afternoon. And so that is my plan. So surveillance testing is continuing. Speaking of testing and COVID, let's talk about vaccines. I've been getting the vaccine question a lot, so let's lay down the what's the what on that. The first round of vaccines went to the group that was considered the 1A group. And the 1A group really consisted of healthcare workers, frontline workers, folks who lived in convalescent homes and shared homes and that kind of stuff. It's really the folks who were most at risk of contracting the COVID virus. And so those were all the 1As. Now, of course, within that 1A category, there were some subgroups, but essentially it was the 1A. Well, teachers are in the 1B category. In fact, we're 1B phase 1 because the 1B category has a few different phases. So we are in the first phase of the 1B group, and we're in there along with folks over 65 and people who work in education. So that's our subgroup. Now, the important thing to note here is that the intent was never for the completion of one phase before starting the next. In other words, not everybody in 1A needs to be vaccinated before folks in 1B begin to be vaccinated. The whole point of creating these different tiers and these different phases was to kind of step it out so that there wouldn't be this cluster of folks trying to all be tested at the same time. And so the 1B phase is scheduled to begin here pretty soon. I'm sure some of you have heard talks about it, maybe from other districts and other areas. And so as we learn more about the beginnings of COVID vaccinations for educators, you will be notified. Okay, so it won't be left in the dark. It won't be a secret. Our employer will notify us if and when that's going to occur. Everybody will have an opportunity to be vaccinated. Now, whether or not you get that done, that's a you thing. But the vaccines are coming. So, like I said, you will be notified. It won't be a secret. Let's see. So that was that part. And so we've talked about PD for me. We went through the surveillance testing. We talked about vaccines. And the last thing I really wanted to touch on is the AB 685. You all got an email earlier this week from Sean Chenoweth, just kind of reminding us about all the things we can do to stay safe, keep our site safe, and keep our coworkers safe. The latter part of that email from him, which is a little bit long, it includes information about AB 65. Now, the four key elements of AB 65, or AB 685. AB 685. I've been saying that wrong, wasn't I? It's AB 685. Are the following. So the four key elements are: one, if there's a positive test, that you will be notified. So if somebody at your work site either tests positive, then everyone on the site will be notified. The second thing is the district needs to notify you, the employer needs to notify the employees of what their rights are and what their benefits are. So benefits would include things like, well, what are my leave options? If I'm sick, if I contract COVID, what are my leave options? And also, how am I protected? And that'd be things like the district needing to make sure that they protect folks' confidential information. You can't be retaliated against by your employer if you get sick and things like that. So you need to be made aware of your rights. That's the second thing. The third thing is your union gets notified. So both CSCA and SMEA will be notified of every positive case in our district. Doesn't matter if the positive case comes from a SMEA member, a CSCA member, a manager, or anybody else who works in our district. Your association will be notified so that we'll be able to keep track of how often positive cases or potential exposures are occurring in our district. And then the fourth element that is key is a plan for safety and for disinfection. So the district needs to have a plan in place of how they're going to keep folks safe and how they're going to clean and disinfect the workspace of the member or the employee who tests positive. And so those are really the four big things that are happening. Today was the first day that folks at one of our school sites were actually notified of a positive test case at their site. If you were in close contact with somebody who tests positive, so there's a couple different things here, right? If I work at the site, I'm going to be notified that there was a positive test at my site. But if it's determined that I was potentially in close contact with the person who tested positive, I will be notified or contacted separately so that contact tracing can occur. And just so just so we all know, a close contact exposure is defined as being within 6 feet of someone who tests positive for 15 minutes or longer. Over a period of 24 hours. If there's a belief that you have been exposed, you will be contacted separately from the site-wide notification of a positive test or potential exposure. All right, so that's important to know. This is happening right now. This is part of a law, again, AB 685. It just went into effect January 1st. All right, folks, that's all I got for you today. Please, please, please enjoy your weekend. Monday's a holiday, no work, no school, no nothing. Enjoy it, take it for yourself, and we will see you all soon. If you need to get a hold of me, you all know how to do that. Email, text message, phone call, carrier pigeon, whatever you got. All right, I'm always around and available to have that conversation with you. Thanks, everybody.